Welcome on in, everyone. Welcome. I am Virgil with Cobalt. This is episode 38. I literally just said the number. I said episode 30. This is 38, right? Or am I dumb? Okay. Anyway, where was Steve Muscadet? I will check on. Feel free to give yourself an introduction while I'm. Okay, yeah, this is episode 38.
I was about to say, I was like, I remember the 30. I don't remember the rest of it.
But
It's in that's 30, it's like
y-
me.
yes, but please give yourself a little introduction if you would please.
Sure. Thank you guys for having me. I'm Sashiv Muscadet. I'm a variety streaming Viera VTuber. Vieras are a race from the series Final Fantasy,
Hmm.
and my model's based off of my Final Fantasy 14 character, who I also played as, and is a D&D character of the same design. My model was made by my friends, Bees and Krypton, who are also my artist and musician for my streams. They've been a big help for me, and I'm just happy to be here.
Mm. Yeah, and thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Let me make sure I get caught up with chat. But welcome in. Oh yes, and thank you, Reskinned. I know I said in chat, but also once again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Both of you are cute. Oh, thank you. And also welcome in Messy Lives. Hello. Um, and I have made microwave s'mores for stream. Nice.
Messy's always prepared.
Hopefully you don't get too messy with the s'mores. Oh.
True,
Okay.
though.
If everyone leaves just out of that because of that dumb joke, I totally understand. Uh,
Then they've never had a s'more. Those things will just, ugh, all over your face. And I know that's culpable, but don't do it.
yeah. The see the waters have gathered othered. Um, is that your fan name or the group of you're called
Yeah,
the Waddlers?
yeah, it just kind of became that because what's funny is I actually had my waddle emote before I even started streaming. I just wanted the emote because I thought it was cute. And I was like, I'll buy this and I'll just have it. And then when I started streaming, since my friends made my model without my knowledge, it was like this just kind of works. It's got all the right colors, the hair, the horns. I'll just do that. And so my community are known as the beloved waddlers.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's the emote in chat showing up right now.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I had it ready, whether I needed it or not.
um, but yes, welcome. So this is spilling the tea. This is an interview show. Um, So how this works is I have a set list of questions that we will be going through that I'll be asking our guest. But if you in chat happen to have any questions you would like to ask, please feel free to put those. Just as long as they are TOS. Um, but then also, of course, to see if for some reason you'll feel comfortable answering a question, you're perfectly fine in not. Let's see. Minor bite size that broke the graham crackers into fourths keeps it clean. Oh, okay.
Smart. I was gonna say, did you use mini marshmallows too? Just quad up on those. That might be even messier actually.
Yep. This would be a cursed graham cracker, but I feel this isn't that uncommon knowledge. But does anyone know about the origin of the the graham cracker?
Now that you say that, no, I actually never have.
Okay.
Is it cursed?
So yes. Um so it was so they were developed in the late 19th century, if I'm remembering the dates correctly. And it was by I think it was specifically by Kellogg. Kellogg was an actual guy, and he was sort of part of like sort of sort of like a health movement, but also it was like quasi, like somewhat. I feel like more religious would be a little bit put. I'd say more moralistic or something like that. But um, he he specific came up like with the graham cracker, like the ingredients, because his thinking what because he thought it would, because of like the ingredients or whatever, he thought it would deter people from wanting to um play a solo on the devil's piccolo, if you catch my meaning.
Ah, I see.
There you go. There's there's your cursed graham cracker knowledge. Anyway, well, do with that as you will.
That's I mean, like, that's a theory. I guess it didn't hold up. And he's like, these are pretty good.
uh let's see. Back to lurking with have good luck and just, oh, thank you very much, Reskin, and thank you very much for the lurk. I appreciate that.
Rez is very supportive.
E. Um, they got their cursed graham cracker knowledge and be like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to lurking now, which is understandable. Anyway, let's see. The graham cracker was in 1829 by Sylvester Graham, American minister and dietary reformer. Ill food to suppress carnal urges and promote physical. You are thinking of Kellogg's cereal. Oh, okay. I got okay.
At this point, it's just a brand. I'd mix it up too.
I got
Who
st-
makes what?
yeah, I got the names switched around because there was a couple dudes. Yeah. Um. So, but thank you, Messy Last, for you know, I wasn't spreading. Uh. Okay. Anyway, so we are. Um. But yeah, so we have the set list of questions. And we're going to start off with some easy softball ones, and then kind of move on to stuff that's a little bit more complex. Um. But though some of these questions they are going to be asking like, what is your favorite, XYZ or whatever.
Mhm.
So if you can't pick one, you can give like a top two or three.
All right, sounds good to
So,
me.
all right. But starting off with, what is your favorite color?
Ah, yellow. Always been a fan of yellow,
Mm-hmm.
and that is clashing terribly with my wardrobe, but I don't care.
um. Okay, and then what is your favorite drink?
Oh, drink. I gotta say, I've probably had just like I won't say addiction, but I can't turn down Red Mountain Dew when I see it, and it's definitely my go-to when I'm thirsty.
Hmm. The code those that's like the code red Mountain Dew. Is that's what
Yeah,
the flavor is called?
yeah, Code Red is just like the cherry. Like I'm a big cherry fruit punch guy. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
can't have that, then it's like fruit punch Gatorade or Hawaiian punch, or it's like it doesn't. I don't know if it's because it's red or if it's just because it's like fruity flavor, but not like too specific of the fruit. I don't know. I just always been a fruit punch kind of person.
Okay. It's interesting. Well, you gotta get that the red. Does that even have red 40 in it? Probably. I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. I require my crimson elixir, and it's not
um.
blood.
Um. But what is this? I have to ask this based on the name of stuff. But what is your preferred tea?
Oh, there was this one tea that my friend used to make back in high school. He got like obsessed with Tiavana and he would buy all these expensive tea kits and stuff.
Hmm.
There was one that was like I don't know the name of it, but it was like a rosemary tea with like it kind of had like a kind of like a sandalwoody aroma.
Hmm.
It was really It was mild, but it was just like this. It just perked me up. I liked it.
Mm,
I don't. I'm not a big tea person myself. I would only drink it with him, but that was the one I enjoyed the most.
mm. I remember. Yeah, Tijuana, if I'm remembering, because they had like specific stores.
Might have been
Yeah,
rosewood
I
tea. It
think
might have been.
I don't know Rosewood. And then it's like if I'm remembering, it's like Tijuana. They actually had their own specific stores, but then they like I think if I remember right, they were bought out by Starbucks, and then that kind of just went disappeared. I think the brand is maybe still around as a brand, but I don't think there's any locations now. Um, hold on.
I,
I'm
I know the
curious now.
location that he went to is gone. It's been gone for years. It was at the mall by where we lived, and he just spent a ton of money there, and then just be like, "Yeah, I've just been drinking tea." It's like, is it for a cleanse or?
Hmm.
He's just like, "I just trying something different." I mean, it's expensive, but it feels fancy. You're like, hey, that's fair. You get your buzz how you want it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I always remember. Yeah. So Tijuana, it was its own company, but then Starbucks
I mean,
acquired it.
crap, man. Look at that.
Acquired it in it says in 2012 and in 2017. Anyway, but it's Starbucks. Let's see. Yeah, Wikipedia. Starbucks announced it would close all Tijuana locations by 2018. As of 2022, a very limited variety of Tijuana products continue to be sold at Starbucks. So once again, good job, Starbucks. Um, the funny part is, Starbucks initially started as, "Oh, and hi, chaotic. Welcome on in." I wasn't even know. I
Chaotic.
wasn't. I was just. I was having to look because my autism was showing, and I had to look into a thing. But yeah, it's like but Starbucks, if I remember, it's like they're very initially, they actually started as a tea company, and then they just moved into coffee and just kind of stayed there. So,
You go where the demand is higher. I see more people drinking coffee in the morning than I do tea.
uh, yeah, at least in the U.S. Elsewhere they
True,
don't.
very true.
Uh, but okay. But next, so what is your favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert? Oh God, easy. My mom makes the best butterscotch cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like they're like an oatmeal butterscotch that like I have the recipe for them. They are the best cookie. I would eat an entire batch of them if I could, but I must restrain. I know it's like a simple thing, but like I don't need too much for dessert. I think
Mm.
like I think dessert is more something you savor, not something you indulge,
Mm.
even if it's really good. So like I've had good cake, I've had good pie. I love me a good cookie.
Mm. I mean, butterscotch is a very nice flavor, just in general. So,
Yeah, and she like when she makes like a huge batch of them and she brings them to her she works at a she's a surgeon, so she brings them
mm.
to her operating room so that they can enjoy them too. And all the leftovers she puts in the fridge
Mm.
or the freezer. And then when you pull them out, they like it makes it so they don't get stale. So that
Mm.
they like when it kind of like defrosts, it keeps the moisture of the cookie. I'm like, yes, they last longer.
Puts him in the fridge next to the kidneys.
Oh, or the spy's severed head.
Oh,
Oatmeal
oh,
butterscotch, yeah.
butterscotch. Though I know
They
they're,
are the best.
I obviously I know it'd be implied she would be like eating them separately. I just have the image of, surgeons eating butterscotch cookies while while there's someone opened up right below them and they're just dribbling crumbs into the open wound. It's like, it's
Anyone gonna get
fine.
that?
It's
I'll just
fine.
leave it. uh, she, yeah, but she's good to her staff.
Yeah.
Dala, welcome in.
Hey, welcome on in. Um, see, okay, then the next question, what is your favorite sauce?
Sauce? What do you clarify? What do you classify as a sauce? Because some people consider gravy. Like, do you consider gravy a sauce?
I mean, yeah, gravy would be a sauce.
Because I've never been a big sauce person. Just because my father and my brother, they eat like an obscene. They put an obscene amount of sauce on things to the point where it makes me not want to use any.
Hmm.
So I guess I'd say gravy because it goes great with the like turkey and all kinds of other
Hmm.
meats. It's just people would just call it like meat soup is why
Yeah.
I ask if you consider it a sauce.
You got clockwork oranged from using sauces separate from family
I
members.
Oh yeah, no, like it's one thing when it's like, oh, that's a generous portion, and then when it's like they take a bite of a burger and like half of it spills onto the plate. I'm just like, how do you're not even eating it? You're gonna dip it now? Too much.
Hmm. Let's see. That's some freaky imagery. Oh yeah, with the search and stuff. Love sauce. All right. Next question. What is your favorite type of pizza?
Oh, I like them simple and I like them plain and simple. I don't get toppings. I usually get stuffed crust. I pretty much always get stuffed crust unless I'm just feeling like a nice plush deep dish, but I always just kind of just plain cheese, not even extra
Mhm.
cheese, light on sauce, just enjoy it the way it's simple because sometimes I don't like to overcomplicate things. I like
Mm.
things to be easy to just like I'll make a grilled cheese sandwich and be like, this is perfect. It doesn't need to be more than what it is.
So just a cheese pizza would be your preferred, maybe with a
Yeah.
stuffed crust. Okay. Okay. Um. All right. So next question would be, what is your favorite book? Though I will add that I will count uh light novels or manga/graphic novels as answers.
Favorite book.
Also, yes, you are a shark. If I remember, you are a whale shark. Chaotic.
I think I could probably say like one of each because like it's been a while since I've read like a decent novel, I'll be honest with you.
Mm.
But I think I remember there was one book I was reading back like god maybe even it was back in like high school-ish. It was called The Warrior Heir. And it was like a simple kind of like modern day warrior
Mm-hmm.
a modern day like person gets like skills like in a fantasy setting and I'm like
Mm-hmm.
this was interesting and I liked the premise of it.
Mm-hmm.
And as for like light novel, probably Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Okay.
I remember walking into Barnes and Noble and seeing the preview for that. And I was like, I really want to read this just from the art style alone. And when
Mm.
I got it and it was a light novel, that didn't stop me. I read it and I was like, this is actually really good storytelling. And when they made it into an anime, I was really hyped about it. They took
Mm.
out some of the juicy bits though, which made me kind of sad.
Uh. Oh gosh. Okay. Chaotic has redeemed yip yip time, so I must now end every sentence for the next few minutes with yip yip. Um. So yip yip. Okay. Let's see. Messy Lice was saying, was that the cat one? Yip yip. I'm guessing you meant the warrior one. Yip yip.
No, it was more of like guy inherits God, it's been a long time since I've read this. I'm trying to remember. All I remember it was like guy inherits like combat prowess that he doesn't really have use for in his day-to-day life because he's like a high school student.
Mm-hmm. Yip yip.
And I remember him getting attacked in a parking lot by a magician, and he's just like, I don't know how to use magic." I just thought it was interesting to be like, yeah, no, like those kind of skills don't really work nowadays. So having that be like lineage based is more interesting
Yep, yep.
because you don't see that too often without them either being stupidly overpowered or them getting isekai'd.
Okay, yep, yep. Um, then the next question would be, what is your favorite movie? Yep, yep.
Uh, Law Abiding Citizen.
I know I've heard the name. Yep, yep. What is who's in that one? Yep, yep.
Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx. I Funny thing is, I didn't actually know this movie existed until I saw a little like joke video that someone made in Source Filmmaker on YouTube, and it was just a TF2 thing. It was law abiding engineer. They just
Oh, yep,
replaced
yep.
the dudes with they just replaced the characters with TF2 characters. And I was watching the trailer. It was just played over the trailer, and so I watched it like this actually looks really good. Like badass technical designer gets revenge for his family being murdered,
Mm,
and then he's like,
yep, yep.
you guys let the guy who you guys let that guy get away with it, and because you made a deal with a criminal to get a confession from him, so what's to stop me from being a criminal and getting stuff from you by making deals with me? But you play by it's kind of jigsaw-y, but
Yep,
maybe
yep.
less so.
Wait a minute, was that the one where it's like the guy uses a bunch of like different types of like drones and stuff? Yep, yep.
He used one drone, but like was it like he preemptively captured someone and put him in like a time in like a secured location with an oxygen supply? It's like, bring me my meal by this time exactly, or and I'll give you his location. And then the food showed up late because they were checking to see they like security checked it like 5 times to make sure he wasn't trying to escape. And because it was late, the oxygen ran out and the guy died, and then he killed his cellmate to get taken to solitary, and he was still able to kill people from solitary confinement.
Okay, yep, yep. I feel like I've seen that at some point. Yep, yep. It was just forever ago. Yep, yep. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
it's not
um,
what you know, it's what you can prove. Exactly, Messi.
uh, okay. Next question is, so what is your favorite episodic series? Yep, yep. So like this would be like a TV series or maybe a series that's like on YouTube or some other
Anything
streaming
that has like
service.
an
Yep, yep.
anything that has like an episode list.
Yeah, like an episodic format type stuff. This question gets tricky, yip yip, just because some stuff is never actually on TV, so so I can't just say what is your favorite TV series, really. Yip yip.
No, that's fair. That's a good way to phrase it then. I'm gonna split this one in two for anime and cartoon, just
Okay.
because I mean, I know there's like a distinction, but it's like childhood thing I watched versus thing that I watch more often. Uh, for cartoon, I'd say, uh, wait, actually, no, it's still got to be Jackie Chan Adventures.
Okay, yip yip.
I was gonna say Archer, but I'm just like Archer's good, but Jackie Chan Adventures just hits so much harder. And then the anime would be Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic.
Okay, yip yip. Yeah, I remember growing up with uh Jackie Chan Adventures, yip yip.
A classic. Never see a
Yep
show
yip.
like that be made again.
Mm. Okay. Next question, who is your favorite musician or music group or even potentially composer? Yep, yep.
Oh, that's a rough one because I don't when it comes to music, I just kind of like I feel like I default and I'm just like if it sounds good, it goes on the playlist. So I guess if I was to say, what do I listen to the most? I guess if we're talking about what I listen to currently, I'd say my favorite composing group. Would you consider a composing group like a full like a full orchestra kind of thing, or do you mean like a composer, like a turn of the century composer that has
Yeah.
like a well known name?
So I would use a composer, the person that writes the music.
Okay.
So if you wanted to pick a composer, then that would be for your answer. But also, once again, you could either just pick a music group or who else. Yip yip. If that makes sense, yip yip.
No, it totally makes sense. I'm just trying to. I don't know the actual composer's name, so I'm gonna default back to like what's something I listen to often enough, even though it's definitely a throwback. I'm gonna say Backstreet Boys.
Okay. If you were
I
having,
still listen.
so
I
it's
still
fine.
listen to them.
Fine. If there's though, if you're trying to think of composer, and maybe if you remember the piece of music, if you know what it is, I might be able to identify it. Yip yip.
I just don't know what I don't know if they've worked on all the ones I know of. It's just whoever's the main composer for like Final Fantasy 14's music because I listen to a ton of their music.
Oh,
Just
okay.
even when I'm not playing, I'll just listen to a bunch of their music because some of the composition for the scenes is just so well placed.
Mm,
I can't really say more than that. I don't know who that composer is.
let me. Okay. Also, I believe Yip Yip time has expired. Yip Yip. Let me see. I feel like there's been mainly one guy
That's what I think
composer
too.
for uh so the primary, let's see, according to AI overview. Um Although wait a minute. Okay, hold on. There's a specific trace music of the Final Fantasy series. Also, welcome in TJ. Um uh the primary okay, according to Wikipedia article for music of Final Fantasy entry, um, the primary composer for the music for the main series was Nobuo Uematsu, who single-handedly composed the soundtracks for the first 9 games, as well as directing the production of many of the albums. Uh, Music for the spin-off series and main series games beginning with Final Fantasy X was created by a variety of composers, including Masa- Masashi Ha- Ham- Hamauzu, Naoshi Mizuta, Hitoshi Sakimoto, Kumi Tanioka, and Yoko Shimomura.
I think
So,
from what I'm seeing, it says that the lead composer for 14 specifically, off of the original designs by Uematsu, was Masayoshi Soken.
hmm,
He's the lead. It says he's the lead composer and sound designer for 14 and 14 and 16, which 14 is definitely more where it came from because he took a lot of Uematsu's original works and remade and just like recompose them for the
hmm,
use in the game. So they're still matching, but more to like current compared to like the older style of the game.
hmm. Let's
They
see.
they spin a nice track.
Okay, I think the term would be, so we made the arrangement. I think
Oh,
is what the, but what that terminology, where you have like an existing piece of music, but then you like change certain aspects or make it for different instruments, then that would be referred to as an arrangement.
okay.
Uh, Well, how are you? I've been doing good. Pretty much modernized. So I've been doing good. Thank you very much for coming by. I hope you are well. Um, so, uh, so next would be if you probably don't have an answer for this one, which is fine. There's some people that do not have an answer for this question. But what is your favorite album?
My favorite album.
Also, Chaotic said Shashiv is short.
That doesn't surprise me. Uh, actually, no. Hang on. I think I have a better one. My friend and I used to listen to a lot of My Chemical Romance, so I'd
Hmm.
probably say Black Parade.
Okay.
That or that or oh, what was that one Avenged Sevenfold album? I know I have it somewhere too. Hang on. Uh, Sevenfold album with. Oh, the album was just called Nightmare. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold because that song alone was worth it.
Oh, okay.
I love that song.
Okay.
This is not
Uh,
the first time, nor will it be the last time someone calls me short today.
well, wait, hold on. I can. There you go. You're not as short now. I enlarged you. There we go. Does that
Power.
help?
Look, it doesn't matter that my character is canonically 6'8". They're gonna be like, I'll be on stream and they'll be like, "Hey, look how big he is," and then they'll make me use my small model.
Uh, wait. Now where did I put? All right, there we go. Let's see. Messy Life says the bun is just vertically challenged.
Well, it didn't take long for it to happen again, huh?
Uh,
Yes, I did bring up Yappa. I just
hey, welcome
told
in,
me.
Magna. Welcome. Thank you for coming by. Oh, and once again, so while I am going through a set list of questions, if y'all can feel free to ask any questions y'all want, as long as they are TOS friendly. You can just put those in chat, and we should we more than likely should be able to get to them.
Indeed.
Um, so the next question then is, what is your favorite game?
Kingdom Hearts 2.
I was like, is there, I guess specifically, maybe what I'm curious, what it's specifically about that one among the Kingdom Hearts game then?
It is the one that no matter how many times I've played it, and I have played it more than any other game that I've ever owned.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I go back to it, I learn something new. There's a new like when I played it as a kid, I had a great time. Disney, cool combat. It was a very fun experience. And then they made it so there were harder difficulties you could play on.
Mm-hmm.
And and then I started learning the tech in that game, and my goodness, compared to even any other, even the most modern title of Kingdom Hearts game, you can't beat the tech you get in 2. It was the only game that had reflect magic and magnet magic.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only game that had drive forms, which were like specialized outfits that gave you certain, depending on which one you chose, either gave you a mix of magic and physical damage, purely physical or purely magical
Mm-hmm.
effects. And when you learn little tech pieces like how if you cast one jumping, you can cancel the you can cancel the refresh animation from casting a spell, even in forms like Final Form, where like if you casted Magnet, you'd have to stay still while Magnet was being cast. But if you cast it in the air, as soon as your feet touch the ground, the animation cancels, and the spell will still fully activate, but you are no longer locked in an animation. Learning the things you can accomplish in that game with just a small tweak to your build made me crazy for it. And then when I found a randomizer for it, I played that to hell and back, and I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. Okay, we got some questions. Messy Lives asks, what is your greatest fear slowly holds up wax?
Oh dear. If I had to say my greatest fear, I don't know what the phobia is called, but it's like unfathomable depth. Like
I think that's
like if you're in the if
Thessalophophia?
if you're like in the ocean, I'm not
Uh-huh.
afraid of being in the ocean. I'm afraid of the bottomless pit I can't see through the darkness.
Mm.
It's more of just like I can't comprehend it, and if I can't comprehend it, it unsettles me, especially in that specific degree.
Okay. Yeah, Thessalophophia is a persistent and intense fear of deep, expansive bodies of water like ocean, seas, or large lake. So it is classified as specific phobia focused on the unknown depth and vastness rather than water itself.
Yeah, that's what I would say. And I've been out on fishing vessels that have been really out far in the ocean, and just like I sucked it up because I was with my dad and like his friend and his friend's son, and I didn't want to look like a wuss, but it was just terrifying because I when you can't see land from where you are, it makes you shake a little.
Yeah. If I guess being on like a boat necessarily, especially if it would be like a larger boat, I would be like okay on. I'd be fine with. Um, but if, like put me in the water, if I can't see the floor,
Yeah.
that is the oh hell no. No,
Yeah,
it's
no, never been a big fan.
if I'm like, okay, there's ground and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, yay. Where'd the floor
Which
go? It's like where
pulls
I
out the Wile E. Coyote sign.
yeah, exactly. Um like yeah, so ocean in shallow depth is fun. When floor go, that is that Virgil go. When floor is gone, Virgil is gone. That uh okay, let me all right, hold on. There was Kelly said you should ask Shasiv who is his favorite homie. Is it Magna or Cass?
And then Magna followed that up with "Let's not play favorites."
Yeah.
It's not a competition. It's true. It's not a competition. My homies are my homies. I say not to answer the question, but to follow up on the question. They are both my homies, but Magna is my homie that I spend like the most time with. I think I've only been in a even in a collab VC with Cass about 3 times. I'd
Mm,
love to do more stuff with him and Red and you, Virgil. It's like
mm,
it's just finding time when people are available.
yeah. Hmm.
Magna just does the same time zone as me, so it's a lot easier to hook up
Yeah.
with him. Hell, sometimes when he's done with stream, I'll just see him in VC. It's like, well, I'll just say hi.
Yeah. Just like similar when you get like schedules tend to just line up more. Yeah, that definitely makes it a lot easier to get. So
So there is no
yeah,
favorite. There is just homies.
yeah. Um. Okay. So next, uh, who is your favorite game character then?
Favorite game character. That's a hard one. There are a lot of characters out there. Probably Sly Cooper.
Mhm.
Just because I like his personality. He's a very
Mm,
honorable person, even though he's a thief. He has a sense of morals, even though he
mm.
clashes with the law. He cares about his family and his friends, and it's just a title that I've played every game in the series from. And I would say Jack from Jack and Daxter, but he didn't really get much of a personality until the second game, and by then he knew what curse words were.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh
oh,
God,
Jack
that's a
and
question.
Daxter went from no speak to, and will now say curse words.
Please, Jack, just say something. Just this once. Anything. I'm gonna kill Praxis. Oh, just take it easy there, big guy.
And then got a and also got the soul patch.
He did. You can toggle. I like that. That's just an option in the cheats menu. Is you can just toggle Jack's goatee on and off.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
remember that.
want your chin smooth.
Uh, let's see. Carrick is asking, what video game character death hit you the most?
I know exactly the answer. If you guys haven't played Final Fantasy 14 or don't care for spoilers, don't. You might want to cover your ears. Uh, it would be Horschiefant.
Hmm.
I still think about that. It still hurts. You didn't deserve that.
Hmm.
And
Uh,
that is also a good example, Messi. That one was out of nowhere and was very sad.
hmm. Yeah, I remember. I know. I feel like I need to like at some point. I need to like now play Expedition 33 at some point because I will say the reason because I had heard a lot of people like saying, "Oh, it's a great game" and stuff like that. And I was kind of like, I'll probably try it sometime. But then like the thing that's like really kind of made me like more interested in is I I saw a bit of like clips of like an interview of with like I think it was the creative lead for Expedition 33, and he was saying like these are my favorite games, and and it's like, dang, br- bro's got game, because it's like it's it's all like JRPGs that aren't um that are like not just like super mainline. I mean, not necessarily all like super obscure, but just like stuff that it's like, oh yeah, you would have to be you would need to be like a fan of JRPGs to be like aware of this game, to have probably like found this and stuff like that. And then the other one was it was Dead or Alive, like one of the extreme beach volleyballs. Like apparently the one that got like banned in the US, I think. Hold on, I need to find this. Hold on. E33 uh creative leads favorite. I know one of the games that he played was like part of the Tales of series. Um come on, where's the okay, maybe if I put in okay, maybe not okay. Why can I not find the? Hold on, I'm going crazy. I'm not interested in the review. Hold on, I'll have to find this later. But I swear he was mentioning. I swear a certain person in the thing was dead or alive. One of the beach volleyball games. I know I was talking about to like Cass or Cass and Red about it. I may have to ask them and be like, which guy was it? Um. Okay, Messy Laughs is asking, what is your favorite fantasy monster?
I would probably say either a oh, what's the other term for that? I know which one I'm thinking of, but I know that there's one that's similar, and that I'm trying to make sure I'm not mixing them up. I mean, I'd probably say like a chimera,
Hmm.
just because of the sheer just like this is a creature of multiple heads, multiple different of creatures that don't really mesh together, and having them be kind of a symbiotic thing is like a crazy concept to me, even though they're a singular body and they have a singular goal.
Hmm.
It's like, ah, this thing has like a lion's head and a snake tail and wings for some reason. It's like it's very I just find it interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I know this probably won't come as a shocker, but for me, I would say a dragon.
Hey, well,
Dr-
dragons
dra-
are classics.
dragons. Though it is you mentioned the multiple head thing, because there is an article. Hold on, I came across a thing, but there's um, if I remember correctly. Okay, hold on. But there was because like occasionally like some animals be born with like multiple heads. It's like super rare.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, yeah. So there was the thing, but I no, I don't want to. Oh my gosh. Fine, I'll turn off the ad blocker if you just there we go. Okay. But yeah, so I just came across this, but there is a okay, hold on, let me get this picture. But it was like two no wait, is that just one picture of the same thing? No, okay. So it was a there is a breeder. They're called Rockstar Geckos, but they uh they literally inadvertently got a twin-headed gecko or two-headed gecko. They named it Simon and Garfunkel.
Huh.
Um, and it's yeah, apparently it's made it to a month old. Which okay, hold on, I downloaded picture so folks can see this. There's some little videos and stuff apparently online, but it's the Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh my goodness.
So that's let's see. I think each head does seem to have its own behavior. Tracy Kelly from Rockstar Geckos told Science. I believe that's called okay. Polysoph cephalic, polycephalic would be the name for having the multi heads. So yeah, but apparently there's little videos on it. So if someone were to want to see them moving around and stuff, you could just put Simon and Garfunkel or Two-Headed Gecko, and then they would pop up.
Fair enough.
So okay, I'll go with that. But we do have to take an ad break. Um, so it'll be a 3-minute ad break. Um, uh, So, and then we'll be right back. So feel free to, I will have words on stream if you happen to have a sub or Twitch Turbo, but feel free to use this chance to put any questions you may have for our guest in the chat, so we can make sure to get to those. But anyway, so thank you for your patience. We'll be right back in just 3 minutes. So see y'all soon. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience. Um, to make sure I got any. Okay. So there was a question I thought of. Actually, for the break, what was it? Um, Heck damn it. I'll probably think it at like 3 a.m. tonight or
That's
something.
that's how it
Um,
always happens.
um, Okay. So, so next question, and this could be about gaming. This could may or something entirely different. It's up to you. But what is something that you think is overrated, and then something that is underrated?
Overrated and underrated. Hmm. I'm gonna say the controversial thing, and not like a heavy controversial thing, but like a lot of people are gonna disagree with me. I think
Hmm.
social media is ridiculously overrated
Hmm.
because there's just so many outputs or so many outlets for it, and a lot of them just turn into like slop.
Mm.
So, that's just from me. I don't use a lot of them. Hell, I barely use Twitter for or yeah, I barely use that just to like I have a Blue Sky account. I don't think I've touched it in like a year and a half. I made it just because of like everyone like, oh, this one's falling apart. We can't do anything on it anymore. And it's like, man, can I just use one thing? I feel like it's just a lot.
Mm.
And underrated fishing.
Mm.
Both in real life and in games. Fishing is supremely underrated.
Like it's been forever since I've been IRL fishing. Um, let's see. What type of fishing do you prefer IRL, like, or what type of fishing?
For something casual, like I've been like deep sea halibut fishing, I've been crabbing, I'd say like more of like a nice simple like fly fishing is just
Mm.
somewhere like something you can enjoy without like I've been stuck on a boat for close to 10 hours and I'm not talking about a fishing vessel. I'm
Right.
talking about a canoe in a river.
Okay.
But I prefer it when it's just like simple, I can stand or sit at leisure and just kind of enjoy the experience rather
Mm.
than like a commitment that I'm locked into.
You like do a Hank Hill, get in the boat, have a beer, and just be like, "Yep."
Yep. That's a
Um.
nice prime tuna, I tell you what.
Um. Although that's although this brings us an interesting question. So what's your favorite fishing game or fishing mini game you've come across in a game? So like fishing in a video game form, but it's not just the game is fishing. It's like a mini game or something like that.
I would say Sea of Thieves.
Hmm.
Like I've played like if not Sea of Thieves, I'd say like probably Core Keeper, just because like fishing in Core Keeper is like if you get good fish, you can cook the food and then you can get buffs, which are really strong. But in Sea of Thieves, it's just like you cook fish and it gives you like an extended health bar, and when you lose health, it eats that health bar to refill it.
Hmm.
So when I used to play Sea of Thieves a lot with Bees and Krypton, I was they were better at the game than me. Like they were better navigators, they were better ship steerers, they were better cannon firers, like they had better accuracy. I was just like, all right, well, what can I do? I can fish so that we always have a big supply of food, and I can hotkey my wooden planks so I could be
Mm-hmm.
on repair duty during ship combat. And that turned into a very good synergy because neither of them like to worry about repairs. So with me being on repair duty, we never sank.
Hmm.
I just got into a good rhythm with that and fishing, and with like any other food cooked is nice, but the fish give the most overheal. So it's like, yeah, let's just like
Hmm.
have a nice stocked supply of good food for healing. Made made encounters a lot less of a pain in the butt.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. Messila is saying Hubby will lay in a chair on the dock and fish. The lake we live on is made from runoff water from the mountains. There are no fish.
Oh no.
So he goes fishing in the lake that there are no fish in. I feel
I
like
mean, hey, if that's the case, you could start raising fish there. If the environment's good enough for it, you could. You get to have a permit for that.
yeah, you would have to, especially it's like if it's like a lake for like multiple people or whatever, so it run a thing. I feel like you'd probably like catch so in other words, he probably catches a lot of the 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 famous uh algae fish, the driftwood fish, and the ever popular turtle fish.
Or the elusive lost boot.
Yeah. Uh okay. I don't think I can legally introduce fish to yeah, that would be have to be something that's be like yeah,
Region regulated, probably.
yeah.
And look, I don't know the first thing about it. I just know people run fish farms and stuff like that. So yeah, you probably need something for that, and only for a certain section too.
Yeah, I don't think yeah, back in the back in the 19th century, you could just like do whatever the crap you wanted to. Like there was let's see. I'm trying to remember the specific type of fish. I think it was like a carp. Um but like there were literally like ads in like papers and magazines and stuff like that. There were it was literally like as people were, as settlers were moving west and building up farms and stuff like that, it was pretty much like, hey, you got a bit of water? Yeah. You should introduce this fish. It'll be awesome. You nothing will ever bad will happen. So there's okay, what is the okay, I'm trying to think what type of fish was this? I feel like it's a carp. Let's see. Invasive fish species that was introduced to American West in 19th century. Okay, yeah, just literally the common carp.
Hmm.
So yeah, okay, yeah, and it was the literally the government agencies that were like, yeah, you should totally introduce this thing. It'll be great. It's used as a cheap food source and just yeah. So yeah, they were imported from Germany originally, apparently. So,
Hmm.
totally no problems from that. Hey, let's see. Hey, welcome in Big Mess Gaming.
Meh, big miss. How you doing?
They say, Shashiv, we are very proud of you. Aw.
You're too kind, my friend. You're very too kind to me.
Um, but yeah, and then let me see. Okay, next question. So, what is your favorite non-curse word?
Uh, hmm. I guess if it was something I say a lot, I'd probably say kindly.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you kindly is a phrase I use a lot, and so I don't know, that one just seems to roll off the tongue
Mm.
better. I don't know why.
It's it's, sorry, I'm just saying. Remember, you ever played BioShock?
Would you kindly?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll change it then. I'll go
You got
either that or it's either kindly or genuine.
yeah, you got uh Messy Life says moist because it makes people cringe.
Not me.
Uh
I hear that all the time, and I use that one too, but not that, not as often as the other two.
mm. uh let's see. Okay, next question. What is your least favorite word?
Hmm, that's a good question. Uh, Drip.
Drip.
I hate that term.
So like wait, so just for
I mean, like
clarification.
the like
Yeah, the
outfit
outfit,
thing
okay.
with like I hate that term for
Okay.
outfits.
So if someone says, my faucet is dripping, hold back, you're fine with that. It's specifically in the connotation of like clothes or outfit.
Yeah, it's like if you say like how do my clothes look? How's this outfit? How's my fit today? That's fine. You say how's my drip? I say terrible. I don't know why I hate it. It's probably I'll say this. I don't hate Dragon Ball Z, but when I just see that plastered with Goku all over the place with the freaking
Oh, the
Obey
Supreme.
jacket and stuff, the Supreme jacket, I can't stand it. I can't because
Bub, 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 bub.
the fans of DBZ, not all of them, but the ones that are fervent, I just they are too much for me.
Mm.
I used to enjoy that. I no longer can. That's a personal issue, but that is my least favorite word in that context.
um. Okay. So then, what is your favorite curse word?
I say fuck a lot. Uh, uh, trying to think of all the ones I even use. I guess I like jokingly. I either say just like I think fuck is probably the one I probably use the most. But
Mm.
other than that, I also like the way like a German for like shit is like Scheiße.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like to say that one under my breath just because I think it's funny.
Mm.
So one of those two. One of them is clearly more inscripted into my vocabulary.
uh. Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Profession. God, yeah, I know it's not something that people do anymore, but I've always liked metalworking, like as a
Mm-hmm.
concept, like blacksmithing. If I was born in another time and it was something I could do outside of like a Renaissance fair
Right.
or a personal project, I think blacksmithing would actually be kind of awesome.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that are able to like, make that as their profession. Like still, it's just like it's very rare because it is very,
Niche.
yeah, I guess I was gonna say
There's a
more
dragon in my
artisanal, I
wagon,
guess,
and I
but
don't mean to be bragging about the
Yeah,
best
no,
wagons
or
it's
other
wagons
people.
in
definitely
a wagon you could
It's like, do you want to make interesting decorations or like furniture? It's like I don't have to be a blacksmith to be able to do that, but like I think just like the old concept of just the hardened metal
Mhm.
worker is definitely a one that I would like to try like actually crafting something, but
Yeah.
the opportunity unless I'm gonna buy a forge for myself are not great.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Don Goobs. Welcome on in.
Goobs. Hey bud.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably like more of, I guess, like jewelry making and stuff like that. Like, obviously, you'd probably people have like an easier time with that than like just blacksmithing. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think, because yeah, it
It's
would
like the
mainly
only
be like
time
art projects and stuff like that. That and like making like swords for people on the for nerds on the internet, basically.
Yeah, no, like I think the only blacksmith, like legit blacksmith I've ever met in my life was like it was during like a school trip and we went to a place that was like this is like a recreation of like what this village was like back then. So they had like the wax dips and the butter
Oh
churns and
right.
the guy who was working the forge and he was making small things like hanger hooks and like almost like rail spikes and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, no, these are things that they would make. It's just, we kind of just mass produce them if we need them.
Yeah, so like yeah, like one of those, was it like 19th century, like old west kind of like recreation places, kind of like doing like this would be like on the Oregon Trail, or like an outpost
Yeah,
on it.
exactly.
Don Yube says, I heard Captain Wiggles was here.
Yeah, how's it going, Goobs? Yeah, I did post about it in the server. I'm just like, hey, you guys should come see. We're gonna yap.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just thinking of, oh, now I'm just thinking of is an episode of South Park where they go to like they do a class trip to like a 19th century recreation like village or whatever, and it's like the joke is like everyone there that works there takes like it like way too seriously, like of staying in character. And then like, so like when bank robbers like come in, so when there's like criminals and stuff like take over the place because they're like trying to get away from like a heist or something like that, they're like taking over the place. The actors still refuse to break character.
Uh-huh. The commitment.
Yeah, people are getting shot, they're still singing like, I just don't know what you're talking about, mister. You're just gonna have to shoot me. They're just like, tell me the security code to get out of here. It's like, I don't know about any code. This is 1884. Uh, um, seriously, I'm always a few steps away from, this reminds me of South Park.
And nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of as long as you have a point of reference, someone will understand it.
uh, okay, let's see. Um, it's okay. So if you had $100 million US to make a movie, what would it be?
100 mil to make a movie. God, that. I don't even think I need. If I wanted to make a movie, I'd make it like a short, or maybe even just like a silent film that's not very long. I don't think I need that much. I always had this idea in my head for this silent movie about like, uh, it's like a guy. I don't even know if I should describe it. It was like I've had this dream, and I've had it for a really long time. It was like a guy dies in an accident, and his soul leaves his body. But before he makes it all the way up, he gets revived, but his soul can't come back, but his conscious mind does.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's dying again, because they can't fix him, he makes a deal with a shadow, and so his mind and soul are separated. So his soul doesn't know why it's dead or that it's dead, but it can't ascend because it can't remember anything. And they fight.
Hmm.
And neither one of them can die, so the fight just keeps going until the shadow gives its mind back to its soul, but it leaves it an empty husk in like the the world between life and death.
Hmm.
And I always pictured that as like a silent movie with like a really like deep violin track.
Yay!
I don't know why that always plays in my head, but I'd kind of make something like that. I wouldn't need that big of a budget for a silent film like that. I'd want it to just be more impactful in its quiet hymn.
Hmm.
I wouldn't know what to do with all that kind of money. At that point, it's like, do I just make a game movie? Or do I make original thing that's not original? No, I'd rather make something that feels simple, but also like this movie is like maybe like not even a half hour long, but it is if you feel something.
Hmm. Mr. Life says that's some Twilight Zone nightmare shit.
Yeah, I know. It's like I've had this idea in my head since I was a kid. Like it wasn't like a trauma thing or anything. It was just like a dream that I had more than once on, and it was the same dream every time.
Hmm.
So it just stuck with me.
Uh. Okay. So next question is, who is your waifu and/or husbando?
Oh boy, who to choose? My goodness. Uh, if I had to pick a waifu, there's a lot of obvious answers I could pick. I'm gonna choose the outlier and say Larxene from the Kingdom Hearts series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe I'll probably just put it in the blunt way. Maybe I just like mean bitches. I don't know. I wouldn't say I have a husbando, but I'd say the one that's probably made me feel the most in any game would probably still be Portiafont from Final Fantasy 14.
Hmm.
He was just such a kind character. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be him.
Hmm. Yeah, is my top waifu would actually be. Have you ever played Final Fantasy 9?
No, but I plan to.
Okay, yeah, I hope it's so one. It's my favorite Final Fantasy game. It's great. So yeah,
Believe
I
me,
would recommend.
I bought it specifically because Messi said the same thing, and I was like,
Yeah,
you know, I should play it on stream then.
yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. And then my waifu is from that character. Is from that game, or is Freya Crescent. So she's like, you probably see her like from art or whatever, but she's like uh the the tall like rodent lady that's like a dragoon,
Ooh.
lancer type class character. She's got the big pointy stick
Oh yeah, believe
weapon.
me, I know what a dragoon is. I started as a
Yeah,
dragoon when I played Final Fantasy 14. Dragoons are awesome. They could jump like no one's business.
yeah, she's the Dragonite Wrecker. Yee.
Nice.
Hold on, I may have. Okay, yeah, this is her. She's just very cool.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, you'll have to, especially when you meet her in the game, you'll have to tell me what you think of her.
For sure.
Um, okay. So next question would be, so what inspired you to get into streaming?
Honestly, I was just I this is not my first account that I've streamed on.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of casual streaming back in like 2021, and it was very lackluster, very bare bones. I didn't have a model or anything. I just kind of streamed, and I had really bad internet back then. Like I'm talking bad. I'm talking like a
Mm.
5 megabyte speed on either end.
Oh wow.
It was terrible. Like, cause I used to live like I live in the suburbs now, but I used to live in a like a private-ish property that had a ton of really tall trees, and
Uh,
it hated the internet, so it was a rough time. I just did it kind of more for fun than anything. And then when I moved, which is the first time I've moved ever. Well, okay, no, second time I've moved, first time I can really remember because I was too young when I first moved.
right.
Uh Internet's vastly better. Uh so I'm like, when I get done moving, I gotta go back to streaming with a better internet connection. And that's when my friends came together and were like, "Hey, we got you something because we know moving sucks and you were talking about streaming again, so we commissioned this model for you." I had to get it rigged myself, which honestly they did a really good job for just like they spliced a PNG into the model I'm using right now.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't separated or anything before. They had to do all that manually. It was only
Mm.
like 70-ish bucks from the guy I found on Fiverr.
Mm.
And he even added like expression changes and stuff to that. Like he did a great job, but without them encouraging me to get back into it, and without my internet and computer being a lot better than they were when I got here, I don't think I would have gotten into streaming. It
Mm.
was just something I wanted to try out and see what I did, and I've met so many people through it. It's honestly still daunting.
Oh, okay. So my next question on the list is why VTubing? Um, which I guess you did kind of answer. I guess was there anything else like maybe you wanted to elaborate on that, or I guess I'm just curious as why like your friends thought, oh, they want to get into streaming. Let's get them a VTuber model. Had you mentioned or whatever about your interest in VTubers then, or
I I don't think I ever really talked much about VTubers specific. Oh,
oh disappeared?
yeah, it said like the internet connection died for it. Oh, it's because Steam's internet DC'd. What the hell? I'm
Uh-oh.
still on the internet. What do you mean there's no connection? Get out of here.
Oh, okay. I think I got a thing. So they're doing maintenance. Um,
Do you
okay.
have like a Fugi? You have like the Fugi reactive thing?
Yeah, we can do the reactive.
Yeah, just
Um,
plot me anywhere.
yeah,
I was prepared for that being the interview process. So I'm already on the dirt model.
okay. There we go.
Ah, there I am. Y'all's have to deal with this now, unless you prefer the sock.
Uh, okay, so yeah, you were saying?
Uh, well, let me think about this. I never talked too much about being a VTuber. I just said that I wanted to get back into streaming because it'd be a way for me to play games and have
Hmm.
an audience without having like it just be like people in Discord watching me play. And I've been playing a lot of D&D, and I really liked the character that I played because I Sashiv isn't the name of my Final Fantasy 14 character. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna change their name to until I found out you had to pay to change the name of your character in the game. So I was like, okay, well I'll just use the name for this character and I'll play them in D&D. So that's where Sashiv came in.
Hmm.
And Bees did the art and Krypton made my theme song, and they liked watching me play. They enjoyed being there for the sessions every week, and when all that ended, they were like, we want to keep them alive, so they made me the model. I'm like, well, I'm not just gonna let this model go to waste. Y'all put so much effort into making it.
Mm,
I'm gonna use it, and we're gonna keep Shiv alive.
yeah.
That was
Uh
actually a blood pact that I had to make for Bees will not let me pay for the art that he
oh.
made for my character. He said, he's like, I don't need your money. The rule is your character isn't allowed to die. And funny enough, that blood pact turned into a curse because in our campaign I was the only character who didn't die.
Uh okay. Messy Life says that's what the bun bun would look like when I'm done with him. That
Yeah.
gum.
Yeah, that's messy, all right. Yeah. You gonna watch me go cross-eyed in real time, messy? That it?
Uh uh man, I'm having flashbacks to the times when I've poked into watching Cass when he streams like on his specifically looking through his like TikTok live. I
Hmm.
there are some very thirsty furries on, on TikTok live.
That does not surprise me in the slightest, and it never should.
Oh, um, okay. Uh, let's see. The next question I've listed is what inspired your design and theming. You pretty much kind of answered that. Um, and then okay, so what is your biggest inspiration, um, for how you stream?
I would say my biggest inspiration would probably be one of my friends who also streams. His name is he goes by Sugar Chapeau.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little hummingbird with a nice hat. I would pop into his stream every now and again because we were in the same Discord server for when I played D&D and I would watch him stream. The way he interacts with his community made me the way that I am with how I interact with my community. It's like I want them to feel like they matter to me because
Mm,
they do. I cherish the fact that they want to watch me do things, and I want it to be a welcoming place. If you are here to spread good vibes, then you're more than welcome. And if you're here to be negative about it, well, there's the door. I would rather it be somewhere where people don't have to worry about drama things.
hmm,
So him being probably my biggest inspiration for just the way I present myself is a lot based around how he does.
hmm. Um, okay. Then, so, how long have you been streaming?
I started February 1st of 2024, so this
Hmm.
is my third year.
Okay. Um, and then what have you enjoyed most about streaming?
Honestly, just interacting with new people. Like I don't know how it started with Cass's group, how
Mm-hmm.
like, I remember the first time I got rated into Cass, I didn't know him. I didn't know anything about him. I
Mm.
just saw his name, saw his model, and I was like, Cast Iron Cat. This guy's kind of cool. I like your my first message to him was, I like your cast iron vibes, bro, and I followed him. And then it just became a thing where when he saw me in the chat, he would just scream my name, and then that turned into everyone in his group doing the same thing. I'm not opposed to it. I like the fanfare, but it shows like the little interactions that you get from interacting with other streamers it's a lot and I love it.
Yeah, that is really neat when y'all have the thing, the all caps yelling. Um, let's see. I, I I'm not much of I'm not much of a yeller on stream, so I'm not as emotive, I guess, when I do the thing, or I kind of like I don't. The closest I've ever gotten to yelling on stream, um, I was playing a visual novel, and it was like getting like really like heavy, like story wise and stuff like that. It was like at the we're talking like climax or whatever, and it's like it was one of those moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think things are going to work out. It's like, oh my gosh, things are going on, and then it was like making a turn, and I was like, because like then the neurons have acted. Oh my gosh, no, things are going to work out.
Yeah.
And it was I almost, but it
When you
was
get
like 2 a.m. or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, yay, quiet, quiet.
I respect it. It's when you get the emotional investment. It's
It's
like,
like
please work.
yeah. So it's kind of like like it's like let's freaking go, yeah. So no, what do I get one up, yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't woken my family up with like how loud I can be, but they're just like, no, we can sleep through trains, man. We don't care. If it was a problem, we'd tell you. I'm like, oh, good. They can't hear me quietly using the microwave at 3 a.m.
um. Okay. Um. So what have you streamed that has had the most psychological or emotional impact on you?
Hmm. I would either say like when I was streaming like Final Fantasy 14 and really just getting invested in the story again,
Mm-hmm.
or if not that, it would be like, do you just mean like something that really like stirred up my emotions when streaming it?
Mm, with this type of question, I'm going to do the therapist thing, and I'm going to say, what does that mean to you? So
I mean,
it's the
it's
question.
more like it not necessarily a response to the game itself, but like maybe the response I had based on like certain like how chat was or the day or like
Mm.
something like that.
So, so just answer the question however you feel feels most accurate to you. Would be my thing. So,
I'd say I'd say probably at my second birthday 24-hour stream I ever did. I always do 24-hour streams on my birthday.
hmm.
The second year it was I forget what game I was playing. Maybe it was Kingdom Hearts 2, but it was just like enjoying one of my favorite games of all, like my favorite game of all time, and just having so many people there and being supportive and giving bits and gift subs for the goals that we had, which one of the biggest goals was my first merch drop, which also happened this year because like it was hard for me to find someone to do it right away, but by the time my drop was on my next birthday, so it happened. It just took a while, but it was probably the most emotional I had been on stream during a game, was just having people there, just enjoying being there.
mm. Uh, let's see. Messy Lives is saying, I can be as loud as I want at night, but if I start cooking something inside or outside, just out the darkness, I get at least three. Can you make me some too?
Yeah. You got to keep your snacking quiet. Make a sandwich. A
Uh,
silent sandwich.
oh, okay. What has been one of the most memorable moments streaming you've had?
Probably when I started interacting with Magna, really. Meeting him was like a surprising thing because he was not uh I basically met him through his group, and I met them through in my first week of streaming. Like I hadn't even debuted yet or started anything. there was a VTuber, she goes by Tree as a fish, but
Mhm.
her name is Tree. She's an elf VTuber. She was looking for people to play uh what's the game called? G- it's one about like salvaging. Oh god, what's the name of that game? Like one of those friend slop games as I hear them referred to often.
Right.
Lethal Company. That was the game. They were looking for just as many people as they could get, and I said, "Hey, I haven't technically debuted yet, but would it be all right if I came?" And they're like, "When do you debut?" It's like on the 1st. Was like, "It's on the 10th." So, yeah, you can join and just, do whatever you're comfortable with. That's how I met Rava and North, and through them, that's how I met Magna, and I I honestly can't see my streaming life being the same without having Magna as a part of it.
Aw.
He's one of my he's one of my best homies. He's supportive on and off stream, and damn it if he's not just a good guy.
Hmm. Let's see. Messi is saying, I think they can smell it.
The food. They
Yeah.
can smell they can smell the late night hunger.
Now I'm just thinking of the like was it the Morgan Freeman impersonation of I can smell you.
Or Messi turning her head to the darkness to see 3 pairs of eyes. It was in this moment that she knew she fucked up.
um okay. So what has been your favorite collaborative event you've taken part of?
Oh god, probably when I played I'm playing Elden Ring Seamless Co-op right now, but my first time playing it, it was so funny. I played it with Chaos Phantasm, which I believe he is rebranding, but so he's gonna be under a different name and everything now. But and our friend White Haiha.
Hmm.
They they're a couple of jokers, I'll tell you that much. But that was probably the most fun I ever had in a Elden Ring co-op game, just because we all had vastly different builds, we all had vastly different levels of competence, and we just kind of went through it. I think I was the only person who changed their build multiple times.
Hmm.
Chaos was Shield Man, so big shield, big defense. He was the tank. Hyha was Magic Man, just spell slinging left and right. I started off as a poison build, and then I swapped over to uh hand-to-hand combat build, and then at the end I was a throwing weapon build. And I
Hmm.
was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just playing around. But
um
that was definitely the most fun one because I like collabs that are like not too many people, like
hmm.
5 at the most. But the most I've ever been in, it was a 26-person collab.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, try getting a word in edgewise. They won't hear you.
Oh.
It was sensory overload, and that was my first collab ever. That
Oh
was
gosh.
Lethal Company with that many people. It was just like it wasn't who's left, it wasn't who's dead, it's who's left. Because there's so many people just cycling through all the dead bodies on the map, trying to see one that's moving slightly.
Mhm. uh okay. So then what short-term and long-term streaming goals do you have?
Short term, I just kind of want to see how I grow.
Hmm.
I want to try new things. I want to reach out to more people like I did when I started. I want to be more active on social and on like I talked to you before stream about like maybe getting some like shorts and more VODs uploaded,
Mm-hmm.
ways that people can find me outside of Twitch so that I can gain more attention towards what I'm doing. Long term, long term goal is the same as it's always been. I want a plushie.
Yeah.
That's like that would in itself signify that made I did well enough to earn my own plushie. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a big fan of just like plushies. I've always loved plushies.
Hmm.
So I have a couple makeshift ones not far from my eyesight right now. And I was like, I would love to do that one day. It's just a big investment.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
One
Uh,
day I will have it.
you gonna make it jar-sized plushie or?
Oh wait, if I can keep it in the jar and keep it like to last a long time, yeah. Because one thing I hate is when I have something I really like to either wear or I hate when stuff like wears out. So I usually buy two or three of them so that I have them for a really long time.
Hmm.
So that's probably what I would do. Like if I got a Sashiv plushie, I would just be like, "Hey, I'll take like 5 and I'm gonna stash the other ones and keep them like tightly wrapped so that
Hmm.
when this one's gone, when this one's seen its time, I'll still have one."
Right. Okay. And then, so if you could collab with one famous streamer, who would you pick?
Probably Whoops. Whoops is a funny dude.
Hmm.
I I honestly I saw him in like D&D streams before I started watching him directly, but he's one of the people that really got me into Final Fantasy 14. He does a lot of hardcore raiding, he plays a lot of games I like. I could not interact with chat the same way that he does. He's a very quick decision person for that. But I would I think he'd be. I just think he'd be someone I would be able to vibe with. Maybe not. We don't even play a lot of the same games. He plays a lot of competitive shooting games. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can do it, but it'd still be cool to play something with him.
Okay. Messi says, "I'll take a Shishi plushie. Don't ask no questions."
True. At gunpoint.
Um. Okay, and then, uh, if anyone has any last minute questions you'd like to ask, feel free to please put those in. Because we're about to ask our last question. So,
Yeah, if you
um,
guys got anything you want me to answer, I'll answer it. If it's something I can't answer.
yeah. So this would be your last chance. But what advice would you give to people considering streaming or VTubing?
My advice would be advice that I should probably take for myself, which is don't worry about the numbers. Don't look at them. Sometimes it can be discouraging when you think that there's nobody there or nobody or people aren't interacting even if it says that there's someone there. But you need to worry about what you're experiencing. Are you enjoying the game? Are you enjoying the setup that you have for what you're doing? Is it an experience that makes you want to come back to it? If you worry too much about the numbers and the people that may or may not be into what you're doing, you're going to take away from the fact that you're doing it for you, not for anybody else.
Hmm.
You take pride in your own work. It takes doing, and sometimes you question your abilities. Well, that isn't what you want to strive for. Be confident in just the thing that you're trying to do and share with other people, and you'd be surprised how many like-minded individuals will show up. I've had people show up in my chat because in my tags I've had pizza and halberd. It's like you looked up halberd to find me. Yes, you're gonna fit in just fine.
uh, all right. Well, um, so thank you so much for doing this. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. I don't see any more. Okay, questions. Um, so yeah, I've thank you so much for coming in, for being willing to do this. I really do appreciate it. And thank you to your the community members that from you that have shown up. Um, it is greatly appreciated. Do you have anything upcoming that you would want to let people know about?
Uh, I guess the only thing that I haven't said on stream for myself yet is that I'm starting back in college for a fall term on the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
And so before that happens, I drastically need to fix my my sleeping schedule. So I'm thinking about doing another 24-hour stream, but ending it at a time that's closer to when I should be going to bed.
Oh,
So before the 28th, I plan to do a 24-hour stream where I binge through all four Sly Cooper games in one sitting.
mm,
I was gonna call it like Binge of Thieves or something like that,
yeah.
and just play all of them because they're one, I love the franchise, and two, it's just like something that I can also just kind of mindlessly talk to because the stealth is not hard.
Mm,
But aside from that, that's my normal bits. Tomorrow I got Elden Ring. I might do a stream after this, even if I can think of a game to play.
okay. Well, once again, it's been a pleasure. And thank you everyone that came by. So this has been episode 38 of Spilling the Tea. Thank you all for coming, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for having me.